I was like running a little behind today, so
I could tell, because usually when we're a few minutes before we get on the air, you are always like there, because I can see the green light on Skype, and I'm like, all right, she's just waiting. I always like, hey, you want to start? And usually we start early, and today it was 2 minutes before, and you still had the little yellow next to your name. I was like, she not here yet. She running fast. And I saw your stories. You were still putting on makeup like half an hour ago.
Yes, it's been quite a day, and we can get into like the in-depth of it, but the short story is I had to get in 2 workouts before we recorded today.
Yes.
And like I was just running like way behind, but I got it all done. So I'm here with a minute on the dot. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, and when we come on the air, we're right into the show. We don't really do a lot of idle chit-chat, which neither one of us likes anyway. We like to get right into the content and say, hey, how you doing? Welcome to One Step Deeper, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so yeah, you're committed to this 75 hard now. I know you're going to talk about that a little bit in today's show. And so as of the recording of this, which was a little while ago by the time it airs, but it's day 3 of your 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. And so you were scrambling to get that done. Yeah, you got it done, like, because we're midday recording and you're already done. So
yeah, like the only thing left is to finish up my other half gallon of water, but I got the rest of the day to do that, so I'm good.
So if she has to go pee in the middle of this, you know why.
Exactly. Oh man. But yeah, so it's always funny for me how our podcasts just line up with our life, like whatever's going on. Like these are topics we came up with weeks ago, and we just had a list of topics, and it just so happened to hit this week. And the whole 75 hard thing, it just like was spur of the moment. It's a crazy story. But we got into it. 75 hard is all about embracing the hard and embracing change, and that's really what we were going to be talking about this week. And I just thought it was crazy how this happened. Now we're talking about this on the podcast, so I thought that was cool. Interesting.
It does line up that way. I remember when we first started, it was predictive of the calamity that was going to hit Brittany's life, because we talked on some really hard subjects early on the show. We're in episode 32 now, and the single digit episodes, you're like, Jimmy, we can't be doing these podcasts about hard stuff, because every time it happens to me that week, I'm like,
it was my test. It's my test of knowing what to talk about. It's like, okay, cool, we'll take it.
What are we talking about in episode 32?
It's like I know, but like blank. We're talking about change and how it's hard in itself, but why we should embrace it.
Yes. Well, okay. Yes, but why
Help me.
Go ahead. What?
I said, help me.
Well, I mean, change not just in ourselves, but accepting people where they are, basically, and accepting yourself where you are.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to accept other people where they are sometimes, but it's very hard to accept yourself where you are. So I think both of those have application, but in different ways. But I'm real excited to talk about. Do we need to solidify exactly what we're talking about?
I'm so confused right now. I literally am so confused.
All right. Still here. Watch this. I'm going to read from the graphic. Accepting others and ourselves right where they are. Is that what we're talking about?
I thought per our conversation yesterday we were talking about embracing change.
Okay, but that wasn't a title we had on a list. We're starting over.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because I sent you the graphic right before we got on the air.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, because the graphic says, and I read it to you and you're like, yeah, that sounds good. Accepting others and ourselves right where or was that last week?
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That was last week.
See, this is why being so far ahead confuses the hell out of me. Because I don't know where we are. Tell me the name of the topic. It's episode 33 then. That was last week.
Okay? This is hilarious.
I was like, wait a minute. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Episode 33. Let's get that one.
Episode 33. And I can't remember exactly what we said over the phone, but I wrote it down as change is hard, but why we should embrace it.
Okay. That's probably what I wrote down, because I usually write down verbatim what you say. I'm going to put this in a blooper file somewhere, and we will air it sometime. And this just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how long you've been recording podcasts, you can fuck things up from time to time. So I'm cutting this one off, and we're going to start the real show.